Okay, we're live. I believe everything is in working order. Let's see how this goes. I hope you can't hear my brother. He's being very loud in the next room. Let me just open chat. There we go. Alright. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Why did I say both of those words twice? We'll never know. I'm just gonna do some art because I feel like it. So I've been sick the last couple of weeks. So I haven't been streaming. So this is my first day back streaming. I was very sick for 3 weeks and now I'm back. I don't have any friends with me today. Oh, wait, this is the wrong file. Um where Hold on. This is the wrong file. I think. Um Open file. Uh Here we go. These two right here, the idle persona and small persona, those were supposed to be if you've ever watched Winged Canvas, Jesse has, I guess all of the artists, but I mostly watched Jesse. So Jesse has like this little talking two picture persona that's kind of like a VTuber that doesn't move, or only opens its mouth when you talk, but it doesn't have any like expressions on it. So that's that. I believe this is what I was trying to open. Yeah, there we go. The normal file instead of whatever that was. Okay, so this is. I'm not sure what I'll be working on today. While I was sick, I've been working on a lot of stuff for my YouTube. Um, because, oh my god, that's fine. Because why not? I have the time and I couldn't go to class or anything, so I was just staying at home. So I've been doing a lot of work, as you can probably see. Let me just go ahead and open everything. Um, oh, I forgot to put my turnaround sheet in here. There we go. This is my character. So this is not the first one I made. Where's the first one? Oh, hold on. Let me just open them and give you a little bit of a tour before we get started. This is the first one I started with. So I've been streaming and I've been trying to make my streams better. So I have been I this was a long while ago that I did this, a couple weeks now, back in April, and I did all these sketches of sort of the opening pages for my stream, the starting soon. I didn't know quite what to go with, so I did all three of these, and I landed on this one. Sorry if the scrolling's a bit weird. My mouse is very sensitive, like me. uh, so I was just sort of sketching out like this. It's like my be right back page, and this I was making notes like this isn't very on brand. So I'm not like a professional artist. It's like I am a professional artist. I know what I'm doing, but I also I'm not like selling anything. The only thing that I'm really selling is my channel, cuz obviously I would like people to watch my channel. That's sort of the point of having a YouTube channel, is to have people watch it and engage with it. So I was trying to make, interesting things. This is a thumbnail idea. And this is the first sketch. of what will become my persona, which is an iteration of myself. And then let me explain some things. This little sheep right here, that's my sheep, obviously Mummy Sheepy. She's my first ever stuffed animal that I got when I was very, very little. I think I wasn't even a year old when I got her. It might have been like, I don't know who I got it from, but she's been around for forever. She's not very white anymore. Like her fur isn't very white anymore because she's kind of old. But you know, she got a good washing a little bit ago, and she's holding on. So from here, I was like, okay, so it's me. I'm a girl with very long hair. You know, sort of inspired by Rapunzel. Because in real life I've never cut my hair, so it's very long, luscious locks. Um, pardon me. But then I wanted to exaggerate that basically. So my persona is basically an exaggeration of sort of what I like about myself, which is a lot of things. Specifically my eyes and my hair, because I really love my eyes and my hair. This is annoying me. Make sure. I hate when it automatically goes to pixels instead of inches. Okay. So these are the first sort of persona sketches. Ugh, don't mind the shoes. So this isn't, I actually changed the color of the shirt slightly since then. But as you can see, there's two sort of outfits here. This one is going to be like my sort of actual like persona, because this is very much, it's sort of inspired by Alice in Wonderland. It was originally with the Alice in Wonderland sort of pastel blue, but I made it darker so that it wasn't too similar. But I chose Alice in Wonderland because I added a blue skirt and I was like, that reminds me of Alice in Wonderland. So I kind of ran with that because Alice in Wonderland is a movie that I really love. Um, isn't it a book too? I don't know. I've only ever watched the movie. Then we have Mummy Sheepy down here. Um, so yeah, it's sort of so my design is sort of inspired by Rapunzel, Alice in Wonderland, sort of more fantastical shows. Don't mind this. It's a bit weird, but I really love the eyes on this one. I don't know what I did. Whoa. Up close and personal. Um, I don't know what I did, but these eyes are really nice. Let me get off this brush. This brush is annoying. Yeah, I really like these ones. And then I sort of did a more me. Uh, this is less of a persona and more of just a self-portrait. Um, this is an outfit that I actually have besides the shoes. I didn't color in the necklace. That's fine. So yeah, I just was sort of testing out what I wanted to look like. This was like the first iteration, so like I made the apron a bit bigger. I think I might have mismatched my socks, because I tend to wear mismatched socks because they always get lost, let's be honest. So this is like my second iteration. So I started with, sorry, my voice is kind of going. I started with this one, and then I went to the character turnaround. This is just sort of to get a good idea of what, it looks like. And then I did this one, which I really love. I didn't use this today because I haven't set it up with OBS Studio yet. But I love how the hair turned out. Like, look how it like folds in on itself and then like twists and turns, and God, I really love this little Mummy Sheepy. I don't think anything could beat this little personification of my stuffed animal. So she's sort of like supposed to be my mascot. But anyway, I really love how this turned out. It has some spilled paint, and some pens over here. Because I'm a very messy artist, mostly because I live in a messy house. That's okay. So I wanted to sort of capture that. Um, yeah, I love like the pose. I was thinking of animating this. I'm using Krita, or Krita. Some people say Krita, I say Krita. Some people use like like those animated intros that people have. I really love those. But I don't really know how to animate yet. So for now it's just gonna be a still picture. Eventually I want sort of to have like a wave, like to the hand, sort of wave, and maybe like a tilt to the head, though I don't know how that would work with this massive hair. So yeah, as I was saying, like sort of Rapunzel inspired, I think this hair right here really captured that, like sort of a magical length, like nobody's hair is this voluptuous and scrumptious and just oh my god, I love how I do it. But my hair is very long in real life, so I sort of took the reality of it and sort of just exaggerated the reality for it, my persona, because I mean, isn't that what cartoonism is about? Exaggerating, features. And one of the features I really like about myself is my hair, so of course I exaggerate it. I love how this face turned out. Um, I don't know what it is, but just the way that like it's so happy. It's almost like too happy. I don't know. I love how this turned out, and I love like the shading on everything. The hair, oh, the hair's so good. This isn't usually how I draw hair. That's why I'm so like I can't get over how gorgeous it is because I was just like, oh, let's give this a try. I also made all the canvases. Uh, oh my god, like 1080p. Like I made it to if you go to pixels, it's 1080 by whatever it is. Use multiple of 2 for pixel scale? I don't know what that does. Anyway, so that's the second one, or the first, like, this is the first official thing that I did for this. This is sort of just like planning and stuff. God, I love this little mummy sheepy. Um, I know mummy sheepy might be redundant to say, but that's what I named her when I was like 2, so I'm gonna keep calling it that. And then I have this thanks for watching page. This one, I still really like it. I like the hair. I like little mummy sheepy curled up on my head. The only thing is, I don't like. Oh, it's not finished, by the way. I don't like how like big I made the speech bubble. I think it frames the character nicely. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's simply that I don't like how white it is and like how bright on the eyes it is. I also didn't do the paint splatters on my. So this one's not done yet. But I don't think we'll be working on that today. Hold on, let me just check something. Oh. I will. I still have quite the cough from being sick, so that's your last warning to leave. I closed my YouTube chat because it keeps getting in the way. I don't know what it is, but nobody's nobody's in the chat anyway, so it's fine. I'll just keep it closed. I'm also recording this so that I can make a video out of it, so make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for that, or whatever YouTubers are supposed to say. Can you tell that I'm just such a professional with this? But yeah, so this one I'm gonna finish later, because I really only have like the shading on that, and I have to remove this purple dot. So I'll do that later, and then this will be like my end title, like the end title screen. Is that how you? I don't know. Just like the end screen for probably streams as well, but definitely for videos. I really like how Mommy Sheepy's just sitting on my head. I feel like the style of face sort of changed. I feel like this one's like This one almost makes me look older. Like this one's more simplified, I feel like. This one, I don't know. I think it's just the nose. I'm still struggling to find out how exactly I want to draw noses. But this is what I have so far, so it's fine. I like it. One thing is I don't know what these are. I thought I knew how to draw a collar or like a what's it called? It's not a collar. The other's one. Sleeve? The thing. Oh god, what is it called? Not braces or like bracelets. The cuff. There you go. I thought I knew how to draw like a buttoned cuff because I saw some other artists draw it like this, and I just realized it's like it's not quite like that doesn't quite make sense. But you know what? It's cute. And it's already there. I'm not gonna remove it now. I thought I was gonna go in and remove it, but this one overlaps with the hair, and I don't want to try to figure out how to draw the rest of the hair, even though it's just like a tiny section. But I don't have the sketch anymore. So, oops. Anyway, I really love this one. Still, I can't get over how my skirt does kind of look like a. It sort of looks like a cupcake, like paper liner, with how springy it is. It's supposed to be like ruffles, like a ruffle, like if you look at a character turn around, it's supposed to be like a what's it called, a petticoat? I don't know terms. I should know terms because I watched Bernadette Banner, but anyway, it just kind of looks like a cupcake ruffle. But that's okay. You know, Alice in Wonderland, they eat cupcakes in that movie, I think. I really love the bow tie on my character. Um, so anyway, after I did all that, I started going into this. Pardon. These will be my emotes. So I'll have like the basic. Let me see if I can find it. I'll have these basic doodles. This one's so funny now. I just realized how funny that looks. Um, I'll have these basic ones for like when I'm streaming. I don't have it set up yet, but I'm gonna have it set it like talks, right? So when I'm not talking, it'll go like this, and then when my mic picks up audio, my little persona will talk. Isn't that cute? See, when I talk, it's supposed to go like that, and then it'll just rest idly while I'm not talking. I have to manually do it right now. But whoa. Do pardon my coughing. Hopefully my mic isn't picking it up, but I do cough very loud. So yeah, so this will be like my basic two PNGs that will just move when I talk, but for editing, for the actual edited videos, I'm gonna have these more detailed, less cartoony, well, still cartoony, but like just like more shading on it and like just better, not better, but just like yeah, more detailed, more expressive. There you go, that's the word. More expressive emotes, I suppose, or drawings that I will use in the editing process. And this is mostly inspired by Hannah Q. She's, I believe, making a VTuber for herself now, but she has like these little, her persona that has like all these different poses, and as she like speaks during the video, you know, while she's doing her voiceover or whatever, she'll like explain what she's doing and she'll say hello to her audience and whatnot. And then for like a visual interest, she'll have like this thing, and also like ABD Illustrates has that. There's a bunch of artists who have like their persona or like a little self-portrait of themselves that will move and sort of bring to life what they're, uh, you know, for especially for faceless YouTubers, um, you know, so that they don't have to show their face in order to sort of get their point across and add like a visual emotion to what they're saying, right? Like a visual description. Or like, I don't know the word exactly that I'm trying to think of. But yeah, like an emotion to it. Like whether it's happy or sad or whatnot. So I'm gonna have like a couple different ones. I'm gonna have this one's sort of terrifying right now because I didn't like how it was turning out and I just sort of abandoned it so that I could draw it later. But I like this one, so I'll have like a couple happy ones. This one's supposed to be kind of creepy because I can be creepy sometimes. Uh, and then I'll have like a sad one, and these won't be animated because that's too much work for me, especially somebody who's I really want to get into animation, but I don't have the practice in it, so I'm not gonna try doing something that I can't. So for now, it's just gonna be PNGs that I'll add in over top of the video. And then I'll have like this one's supposed to be confused or like questioning, and then I'll, I have references for some of these. Like I use my own drawings as references, and this one I just found on Google for this pose. And I have this little list here of the ones I'm gonna get done before I start using them for editing. I have the two happy ones. I have sad. I'm starting on confused. And then I have angry, horrified, cool. So that's just me with sunglasses, just as like a funny emote because I'm a funny gal sometimes, and I'm a bit silly. So I'll add in that one, and then like a neutral one just for like when I'm just talking to the air quotes camera because I, I'm not going to be using my camera because I'm a faceless YouTuber, but I you know the my persona will be looking at where the like at the viewer, I suppose. And then I'll have like a silly one. I think this says 9 total. I think it's actually 10 total here. That just ignore that. Um, it doesn't really matter much. So yeah, this is just sort of the initial sketches. I'm not quite sure if these will be like how the finished product. Like if I'm not sure if I'll use these sketches in particular for the finished product, but this is sort of just to get my ideas out. And I haven't obviously finished all of the ones on the list, but I'll get to it eventually. Now to what we're working on today. If I can find it. PNG. Wait, I don't want the PNG file. I want the. Where is it? I'm gonna search. My Dream Studio. Can I search? What? I can't search apparently. So this is supposed to be the one, but this is a PNG. Where's my? Hold on. Right. Oh, there it is. Okay. So this is what I'm working on today. It's an environmental piece. It's very hard to see what's going on here. But let me show you something. So this is something I did years ago. Not years ago, but like it was at least last year. Don't mind the scribbles. I did that with my mouse because I didn't have my art tablet out, but I needed to remind myself. Oh my god, sorry about the scrolling, it's very janky. So this is the first sort of sketch I did. This was done with reference, but I sort of compiled. I made like an entire board just of all the pictures I could find of like what I envisioned my art studio to look like. If I could have complete leave free creative control over what my space looked like. This is sort of the idea that I went with. This is like a more, moody lighting piece that I never finished, obviously. As you can tell, there's like pieces missing. But that's supposed to be me looking out the window and drawing. Um, obviously I didn't finish this page, but I did this couple years ago now. Maybe it was like the beginning of last year or something. But I did this as part of like a prompt list that I was doing, and yeah, I just was sort of sketching out what I wanted my dream studio to look like. So for my YouTube banner, I decided to take this drawing and oh god. I took this drawing and sort of blew it up to a suitable size, and then I drew over top of it, and this is what I have so far. So okay, so this is like a free PNG whatever image that I took from Google. This is like the YouTube banner dimensions. So the blue is where all mobile devices will be able to see. Like when they go to my channel, this was what they'll see. And then if you're on desktop, you'll get a little bit more. And if you're on TV, I've never seen this before because I don't have a TV, but you'll see even more. So I'm doing this sort of environmental piece of an environment, which is my dream art studio. So I have like these 4 characters here, and let me explain what that's all about. I didn't want to do just a drawing of my art studio or my figurative, what if, my what if studio. I wanted to do something a bit more fancy, so I'm doing it in 4 different time units. Why did I do this? Whatever. So these are gonna have, it's 4 different scenarios, 4 different lighting opportunities, and 4 different persona, like stages of the day, basically. So these will be, so starting at the left, we have noon. So I'll explain why I did this ordering in a moment here. But I started with noon, and, oh, oops, I can just close that. I started with noon, and this is going to be my persona would be, I'm sort of drawing what I would imagine myself to be doing, or my persona to be doing during those times of day. So during noon, or like sort of 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. sort of time frame, that will be the lighting. That will be like my reference for lighting. I'll look up for that sort of time. I'll be painting. So I have like an easel. This is like my painting corner, which I already, I didn't design it originally, but this is like the idea I had for my dream studio. So I already had this sort of planned out in my head, but I'm sort of bringing it to life now. Then next we have afternoon, which again will be different, totally different lighting scenario. I will do all of the lining for this whole piece all in one, and then I'll do the coloring separate for each of the 4 time segments just to make it easier for myself, because each section where these lines are is going to be where I cut off that lighting scenario and that coloring whatever. I might put down base colors for the whole thing. I don't quite know yet. So I have afternoon and afternoon, or like sort of like evening sort of time. So this is like, what did I say? 2 p.m. So 3 p.m. to like 7 p.m. So like a pretty broad range. I could do like a sort of, you know, golden hour sort of scenario, but I'm not quite sure yet. I'm basically gonna do whatever I feel like in the moment, if it's too difficult to figure out a certain lighting scenario, I might simplify it a bit. So instead of doing golden hour, I might just do like a darker noontime. We'll see. And then next we have night. Now, let me explain. The ordering I did is I wanted to, if I had started with morning on the left side, night would be on the right side, and during the nighttime, I would be in bed. So it wouldn't make sense to have the nighttime segment anywhere except over the bed, which is also like a little reading drawing zone because it's my art studio. Everything's art related. Pardon. So that's why I did that in that order, is so that the night would land over the bed. So this will be, again, sort of nighttime lighting, sort of moon shining in through this big circular hobbit hole window, and it'll be my persona, or me, just sleeping. Um, and again, I did this solely so that I would have 4 different, basically I did it so that I would have a drawing of my persona for each time segment, because if I had night to the right, I wouldn't have a persona, or like I wouldn't have a drawing of myself in that segment because I wouldn't be there, and it's basically each segment is supposed to represent what I would be doing in that time segment. So that's why I did that. And then the last one is morning, and I'm doing digital art. So over here I'm doing like traditional painting, over here I'm reading, or perhaps I'm writing. And then I'm sleeping, and I'm doing digital art. So it's like the 4 different times, the 4 different things I'd be doing in that time. Now this isn't accurate to like everyday life for me, but I do tend to mix up what I do based on, what I'm feeling in the moment. So I might be doing digital art in the morning, and then by noon I'll be doing, a painting inspired by a song I was listening to or something. By the afternoon I might be reading a book. I don't really read anymore, but I do write my own stories and stuff, so perhaps that's what this little sitting persona is doing. I haven't decided yet. And then, I'm an artist, but I still sleep. Which is strange. I hear that most artists don't do that. Hey, artists listening to this. Sleep. Pro tip, sleep. It's a good idea. So, that's what I have for now. Um, this is in perspective. I actually have assistants with perspective. I have these 2 assistant tools. Thank you, Krita, for making my life easy. Um, the perspective isn't 100% correct, and I know this. Thing is, I don't really do complex drawings like this. So this is sort of my first time like doing like a huge environmental piece. And when I say environmental, I mean like it's in an environment. I don't mean like, a piece about like nature or something particular. Although there is a lot of nature in this. Um I don't do a lot of pieces like this, and I certainly don't do them on this scale. I mean, it's a digital painting, so it's not actually to scale, but it's still like there's a lot of details. There's like the individual books and stuff, which I'll obviously like use the line tool, make it easy. Oh, pardon me. But there's also like the planter boxes, and if you looked at this one, I was thinking like, oh, there would be grapevines and like millions of like little details. This is obviously a sketch, but you can kind of see like everything is just so cluttered. That's the word, cluttered. And so that's sort of what I'm going for. But again, this is my first time sort of doing a piece like this, so it's not going to be perfect, but I don't care. I still think I'm gonna really like how it turns out. Even if it doesn't turn out exactly the way I want it, it's still gonna be cool. Um, oh, you know what I just realized? I don't know where this tree is in relation to this walkway. This walkway is supposed to be like an overhang, a slight overhang. It's definitely an overhang over here. Like this is like the roof of this little art area. It's supposed to be like a lofted area. This is supposed to lead up to a balcony, which I would love. I would love to 3D model this, just to make my life easier. But I don't quite know how to use Blender yet. So I have Blender here in my taskbar, um, but I just haven't figured out how to make certain things in it work. I don't quite know how to use it. Even if I were to do like the simple shapes for the room, it would still be really confusing for me. So I'm gonna put that off. I'm just gonna, kind of just fiddle around until this looks right. And hope for the best. That's my plan, my game plan. But I would like to 3D model it in the future. Maybe that will be like a future stream. Definitely not in the recent, in the not in the foreseeable future, but it maybe I'll make a stream of trying to model this because I do think it's a really interesting concept, of like this indoor forest art studio, because it's always my dream to be like super connected with nature, and even if I have to be inside, doing art and whatnot, um, I still would like to have nature around me because nature is such a huge inspiration to me. Like living in Canada and having like just like trees and birds and just wild animals all around. It's so beautiful and it's such a huge inspiration to me. So I thought it was very important to sort of model my dream studio after that. So that's sort of the idea, is mixing, like there's like a digital art corner. Like I have like this huge, yeah, it's my dream art studio. So of course I have like this huge Wacom tablet and like this little digital section mixed in with like a tree branch, and like then I have a book corner where my sitting, like my couch is a stump, right? Like I love mixing, trying to mix, like, I guess, what's the word for it? Like mixing my love for nature in with the comfort of being inside and being at home, and like just being sort of, it, I guess, sort of mixing the modern living style with nature, I suppose. I can't really think of the word to describe it, but yeah, that's sort of the idea. If you get what I mean, it's sort of mixing those two. And it's not like the most original idea, but I also sort of got this from my dad. Sorry, I tend to cut off my own sentences and then not explain. Um, so feel free to comment and ask questions because I'm very confusing. What I was saying is, I sort of got this inspiration of like the trees in inside the studio from my dad. He doesn't have a studio like this, but he's always dreamed of like making a room that looks like it's outdoors, because he worked on films and stuff. Like he went to film school and stuff, so he really likes the idea of like living on a set, basically, like using his knowledge of set design and like making things look real when they're not, in with like living, right? So like making your living room out of paper mache trees, right? Or like just like concrete trees that are painted, because he's also like a true artist, like painted to look like they're real and like 3D and stuff, and like, but like then actually making them 3D. So this is inspired by my dad. But in this fantastical dream art studio of mine, I put a sort of twist on it, and instead of making it look real, it's actually real because this is a fantasy drawing. And I can make the trees real if I want. And I can also have them have no bugs. Because if I really lived in a place like this, it would be full of bugs, and I would not want to live there. Um, so that's sort of the inspiration, is sort of like my love for nature, my dad's ideas, just kind of yoinking it, stuff I saw online, from people like making cool things. I tried so hard to avoid AI. I think none of my references, that they're not here, like they're not on screen, but none of the references I used were AI. Good job, me. I managed to avoid them all. I think. Um, let's not get into AI territory, but so that's the sort of idea. I've been talking for about 40 minutes now. But that's okay. This is sort of what this stream's about, is trying to explain my thought process, and hopefully this will help somebody else's process in making their own drawing like this, or making YouTube banners, or just stuff like that. This is why I need friends when I draw, because I talk so much that my throat starts hurting. And then I can't talk anymore. So I'm gonna slow down the pace here a bit and start. I don't really know where to start right now. I'm kind of confused. Let me turn this off, because I don't need that right now. Like, I kind of do, because it would be helpful, but I don't really need it right now. What I'd like to work on, perhaps, is... Well, first of all, I need to... Oh, I used a different color. Hold on. Oh, let's just give this a try. Is this props as well? Oh, I think it is. Oh, I keep mixing up which layer I'm putting stuff on. It's okay. The sketch is all gonna get combined into one thing, so it doesn't really matter that much. Shoot, where's my eraser? There we go. Oh, no. Okay, this is definitely on props. It's very hard to keep things like this organized, but I'm trying my best. As I said, this is my first time doing like a huge environmental piece like this. But I think I kind of get it. I think I sort of understand what I'm doing. It might not look totally right, but I think I can get the message across. Like, I think people can tell when they look at this, even if the thing, like the perspective isn't great, you can tell sort of that there's, it's like this indoors area, there's like a balcony or something, like a catwalk, something up here. There's, digital art zone. There's sort of like, maybe I should draw on screen. There's like a bookcase, paints on the wall, an easel, some sort of seat or something. I don't know if you guys can see my mouse on the screen. I can't. I have a really bad issue with like leaning into the screen way too far. Um, to try and see where my mouse is, because it's very small for me, sitting back from my computer a bit, and I also don't use a screen tablet. I have my tablet on my desk, and then I'm looking up at my computer screen, my laptop screen, so it's very confusing for me. So apparently, when Olive was here, he said he could see it. I can't. So that's why I'm like, I can't tell if you guys can actually see it or not. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what to do here. But I think I have a general idea of what I need. What I'm dreading right now is trying to render this. Let me look. There's supposed to be like a little. Oh, I cut off that. There's supposed to be another tree there, and it's not visible. Interesting. Let me just add another layer here, and I'm gonna name it plants. And I'm just sort of gonna go crazy and add plants sort of where I think they might be, and then I can refine it later and sort of like remove it if it's messing with the feel of the piece or like um, the framing of the characters or anything. Sorry. Um, so for the original, I believe I had like grapevines sort of all over the place. I'm not sure if I'll still add those, but it is a cool idea. Honestly, I think the perspective in this one is better than the perspective in this one. Am I crazy? Like, is that perspective, like, this looks like a cozy little hole, like a cozy little art studio, but this looks like I'm trying too hard to fudge the perspective, because I don't know what I'm doing. Am I crazy? Does that kind of look like all the lines are a little too straight? Maybe when I line it, I won't use the straight line. Like the line tool. We'll see. We're not to the lining yet. I'm starting to get a headache, so that's bad. Honestly, anybody watching this is probably getting a headache just from me talking as well. So I'm gonna stop talking for a bit, and I'm just gonna try and draw. I mean, I'm not gonna stop talking, but I'm gonna talk a little less, hopefully. I imagine that there'd be like a hedge up here. Hold on. My eye hurts. There's something in my eye. Probably an eyelash. Ow. I'm doing great. Everything's great. I get eyelashes in my eyes a lot. Ow. Okay. Oh my god. That's so much better. Okay. Let me just quickly check. And there's still somebody in chat, but that's okay. What does that mean? Hey, I've had one view. Wonder if that was all of. I think he has notifications on for my channel, so it's probably him. Okay, let's get back to this. trying to drink water while drawing there. That didn't work well. I also, again, I can't see where my mouse is, or where my pen is going. So when I say hedge, I was mentioning that I'm sort of imagining a hedge up here, but what I mean by that is sort of not like a traditional hedge where it's like, you know, rows of bushes that all look like that, but like a sort of like a row of planters or something that just like are there to make this like droopy vine moss something sort of spill out. And that's sort of what it's there for. I feel like I should add more. These aren't gonna be perfect. There's like not enough of these. Almost. Like on this side, they're like so close together. On this side, they're like so far apart. Well, that was supposed to be like a perspective thing, but I think it just looks weird. God, I just randomly started thinking of a book that I read like 8 years ago. Wonder if we still have that book. I don't even know what it's called. Even with the line tool, I can't draw a straight line. Okay, that's better, sort of. See, like, I'm not quite sure if this is supposed to be an overhang over here as well. I think it is. Like, over here, I did like this was like the over top of this, and I don't think there was supposed to be another walkway over there. But you know what? I've changed it now. It's too late. Can't go back. Probably could at the sketching phase, but you know what? I'm not here to make decisions while I'm on stream. Streaming means I make no decisions until I'm off stream. That's simply because it's hard to think while I'm also trying to talk to a non-existent, or not non-existent, but just like, well, currently a non-existent audience because nobody's watching, but like it feels like I'm not talking to anybody because I'm not, because there's nobody in the room with me, and I'm not even like in a Discord call, which is usually why I go in Discord calls so that it doesn't feel like I'm talking to the air. You know what? I like talking, so it doesn't really matter either way. I'm talking to a real person or not. Okay, that looks kind of goofy, but this is on a separate layer, so I don't care about it. One thing is this bed looks really strange. Um, I really hope you can't hear my brother. I bet you can't. I think my noise suppression is pretty good, but he's very loud sometimes. Love you, big bro. Please shut up. I'm not quite sure what else to add. I mean, I want it to be like very lush, right? Like that's sort of the point. Wonder if maybe adding like, oh, first of all, oh my god, this zoom. Oh my god. Okay, there. Adding like a planter pot up here because I did leave some of these empty just so that I could add, you know, whatever I wanted. I feel like that's not in perspective, but it's okay. I don't know what kind of spiky plant that is, but it's surely a thing. I feel like plants are, they're not easy to draw, but you can kind of make it up and it'll look okay. Like you don't have to, if you put in a lot of work, it will look really good, but you don't have to put in a lot of work to make it look okay. At least for me, like that's what I find. Like you can tell this is like some sort of shrubby thing, although I think I want this to be a vine plant. Even though sorry about that. You probably shouldn't have plants on your bookshelf because just like if you watered it too much, it would overflow and like the moisture just from a plant itself might ruin your books. But this is a fantasy land, and I can do what I want. I don't know. My mom said something about that. She's like, "Why are you drawing?" I forget what I was drawing, but I was drawing something where it was like there was vines and stuff all over a bookshelf that I was drawing. She's like, "That would ruin the books. How dare you?" Uh, it makes sense. It's like plants hold moisture, especially like plants that have a lot of moisture. Obviously. Um, I feel like I want a different shape. It makes sense, but I hadn't thought of it before until she mentioned it. She's like, "How dare you? You're gonna ruin those books." And they're not real books, but still. I guess some plants might be fine, like I don't know, like cacti or I don't know. Do cacti actually use like no moisture or something? I don't know. I don't know much about plants, especially house plants. I know more about like wild plants. I feel like, um, but yeah. So this wouldn't work in real life. But since this is like a fantasy thing, I can do what I want. Don't know what that is. Maybe I'll add like a little face to it. It's like a planter pot with a face on it. That's cute. Or maybe it's just like a I don't know plushie. I don't have plushies, but maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I feel like okay. So in this old one, there's another shelf here. Well, there's another shelf here that has like a light. I didn't add that here, so that's a bit of a problem. There is a lamp over here. Ooh. Okay, so the thing is with the me drawings, I'm like reading a book here, right? Well, this is supposed to be like afternoon, so it'd be pretty dark. And I'm wondering where I could put like a reading lamp. Hmm. Perhaps like a ceiling lamp that's like one of those chain ones that go all the way down. Let me just add another layer. I know I'm using a lot of layers, but whoa, what was that? Hold on, I'll be right back. Alright. That was weird. It sounded like a branch breaking or something from outside. Don't know what that was. We're not gonna worry about it. I'm thinking like maybe like like this is very messy, but like a ceiling sort of tacky lamp. Hold on. What is that sound? I'm hearing a whole bunch of sounds. It's creepy, but it's whatever. Uh, so like maybe something like this. It's like I'm reading by, like a lamp. But it's like a ceiling hanging lamp. And over here I have that. And over here, I'll have like the window. Um, ooh, what would be really cool? Ooh, I'm gonna hate myself for this. Oh, should I do it? I think I have to do it. Fairy lights. Just like pinned up like that. That looks really silly, but it looks like when you make like a gingerbread house. That's like the anyway, but like then it could be like over here. I don't know. Like sort of like wrapping around the tree branches behind the curtains because I'm not gonna try to figure out anything go on top. And then like I'll add like little itty bitty lights, like sort of Christmas lights, sort of, you know, you know. You see what I'm going for? Sort of like a really cute sort of. This would make the lighting very difficult to say the least, but I'm just gonna add them in for now and sort of see where I go with that. How long have I been streaming for? About an hour. I can go for a little bit longer. My laptop is starting to hate me a little bit. I don't know if you can hear the fan. You probably can. That's what that fan is. It's my laptop being angry. I need to dust it out probably. Like spray it with the air compressor, which we have somewhere. But you see what I'm sort of going for, like you know, everybody has these lights. But it would add like an interesting, especially to the night. It would add like an interesting sort of glow, even if it's very dampened. It would be interesting. Now I don't want to make it too difficult for myself, so this is why this is all on a separate layer, because I don't know if I actually want to have to draw all of that. But I could give it a try. It would be beautiful, but I don't know if I will be able to properly execute it. Also, let me save. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. One thing I'd like to do is uh turn off just everything except for these guys. I'm gonna add a layer sort of top of everything. I'm gonna name this refined persona. That doesn't fit. Hold on. Refined. Uh, Me. No. Refined Tika. No. What would I be? Like if I was a metal, what would I be? If I was an ore, not like a boat ore. Just imagine myself like a face. on the end of a like a rowboat oar. Uh, my long billowing hair. Oh no. Um, no, what was I? Sorry. You know what? I'm gonna call this refined ore. Oh, beautiful. The true artist experience. Okay, I'm just gonna sort of go in and refine, especially this pose, because sorry, I usually draw a couple circles before I'm happy. Okay. Uh, anyway, I'd like to sort of map out better sort of the space I'll take up as like these little personas. Let me see where that nose will go. Just add the little doll eyes in. Um, there we go. This is at 350 pixels per inch, so it's at a slightly higher resolution than what I normally do, but it's still sort of grainy. So you know when you zoom in real far. So apologies for that, but nothing I can do about it. Uh, so one of the things I sort of wanted to convey with this art piece is sort of my personality and my hobbies. So obviously I'm an artist, so I added in a lot of artsy things. But I'm also like a sort of relaxed person. Like I don't actively go out and well, no, I do challenge myself. What's the term I'm looking for? I like I kind of go with the flow, you know? I'm a hippie. I was born a hippie, always will be. Um, so you know, like, I'm doing all these activities, but they're very, like, relaxed. I'm not, like, trying to be, I don't know what I'm looking to say, but, like, I guess it's sort of just displaying my hobbies and um, my attitude, I suppose, and my workflow. Or what my workflow would be like if I lived in my dream art studio. So that's the sort of direction I wanted to go with these poses and sort of where the character is placed. And again, this is a persona, but it is supposed to be based off of me. Like it is me, just a more cartoonish, exaggerated version of me. You know, like all YouTubers, I feel like they're not 100% them all the time because I mean you can't be. You can't have a camera on you 100% of the time. And if you do, you're freaking crazy. um I shouldn't say that, but whatever. Like it's not healthy to have a camera on you all the time. Definitely, it would be super stressful. You know, trying to perfect every little bit of your life or whatever. But like my persona, it's supposed to be me, and it's supposed to be authentic, I suppose. But it's also supposed to be the happy version. The me when I'm feeling creative. The me when I feel like doing YouTube, which is when I'm happy and creative and you know ready to make art or ready to play video games or have fun. So it is me, and it's you know I'm basing it off of everything that I am. You know, I'm not like faking. anything really, but I am exaggerating slightly for the, because that's what you do online. You never really, you can't, you literally physically cannot be 100% authentic 100% of the time when you're online, because like if somebody asks you, like for instance, if somebody asks you, like a friend messages you on like Discord, okay, and they ask you how you're doing, and you say, I'm okay, how are you? Are you really okay? Like, certainly not everything is okay whenever somebody asks you, right? And so that's sort of what I was going for, is I don't want to, like, over exaggerate things to the point where it's unrealistic, but I also want to have it like a fantastical element and have it, be the best version of me, I suppose. And the best version of me is still human. I don't know how freaking tall I am. I'm trying to like resize. I feel like the legs are a bit long. But also, then again, they were a bit too short for. I don't know. Let me just. Yeah, see, they're just a bit wonky. I also can't see properly because the freaking sketch is so messy. Alright, there we go. That's good enough for now. Um, one of the things is, my persona is supposed to have double braids because I like to wear double braids because I can't braid my own hair because it's too long down my back. So I do double braids like over my shoulders. But for this environmental piece, I wanted to let down my hair for like the afternoon and the night because I feel like it would just be like a more relaxed time. Like in the morning, I would have my hair up. Let me put the times up here. Like in the morning, I would have my hair up because I would, I get up and I do my hair, and then by noon, the hair would still be great, and the hair would be braided, and I'd wear it to keep it out of my way while I work. But then, it would be reading time in the afternoon, and I'd sort of let my hair down, put my records on. Don't you hesitate. Uh, it's a reference to a song. Anybody who gets that? And then by nighttime, my hair would be all over the place as it is in real life. Obviously my hair, again, is not that long, but it is pretty long. So I'm gonna keep it Rapunzel length. Well, it's not quite Rapunzel length. I feel like Rapunzel's hair is like, hold on, where's my mouse? Rapunzel's hair is like that, but I still want it to be super exaggerated and long. And I'm not going to explain why that is again, because I already have it. It's getting redundant. Now the question is, what outfit do I want to wear? Do I want to wear the persona outfit? Like, do I want to wear the skirt? Or do I want to wear the more masculine outfit, which is just the outfit that I wear in real life? My cargo pants and stuff. I don't know. I feel like I should just draw the body for now. Regardless of what I choose. One of the things I struggle with is getting the arms the right length. Because I always make them too short, too long, but thanks to Ink Canvas, I think I've got it. They're like, goes down to the waist, and then it goes down to the knee. Or like just above the knee, and your entire hand like covers. Or like when you're standing up. When you're sitting down, I suppose it covers the knee. But when you're standing up, I suppose it goes just to the knee. I don't know how to foreshorten, just so you know. So this is, that's a great skill to not have when you're doing an environmental. Uh, whatever. Oh, I have Two Planets by Bat for Lashes stuck in my head right now. Oh, that's such a cool song. I am one of two planets dancing. Not entirely sure what that song is about. A lot of her music is like about love and stuff. So, who knows? But I don't know anything about love. I'm a teenager. uh, yeah, I highly recommend. I don't know, like nobody's watching the live stream, but if anybody's watching the video, first of all, go watch the VOD because you'll enjoy my ramblings, I'm sure. But also you should listen to Bat for Lashes because they're a cool band. The first song I ever heard from Bat for Lashes was Horse and I, which was made for a video game, I believe. And I fell in love with her voice. And like I don't know who writes the music. I just know I don't even know the name of the girl who sings. Like the lead singer. All I know is that her voice is amazing, and the writing on some of her music, not all of her music, but some of her music is like, oh, it's brilliant. Like the something Redwood Giants, the Banquet for the Shadows. Like, oh, it's such a beautiful one. And of course, that's another band slash song that my dad introduced to me originally. He's like the definition of my music taste. He has shown me all the good music, and he's in his 50s, so he actually knows the good music. I just insulted all modern music. Hey, some modern music is okay. I even listen to some K-pop songs, even though I'm not like a K-pop fan. I listen to a lot of. Oh, have you seen Alien Stage? Oh my god, so beautiful. I don't speak Korean, but I speak Korean when I listen to that music because I sing along. I may not pronounce everything correctly, but I sort of just make the same sounds that the singer does. I hope for the best. Um, but yeah, Alien Stage. God, that's such beautiful music. Um, I wish I could speak Korean just so that I could get hired by Venus and do music for her and for Tumeng and for the studios. Ugh. Probably nobody knows what I'm talking about right now, but hey, any rare uh Studio Lico slash is that how you pronounce it? Studio Lico slash Luminos slash Alien Stage fans? Anybody? I feel like the heads. Hold on, I'm back to interrupting myself. The head is slightly off, like the. There we go. I feel like that's a little better because the neck would be like here, right? Okay, I don't know quite what to do here. Like, do I want the skirt? I already added the bow tie because bow ties are cool. Um, I'm just gonna sort of. Oh, how long is the? Hold on. How do I add a reference without? Hold on 1 second. Don't mind the screen going black. I'm just opening something that I don't want to be shared online. There we go. Okay, hold on. I just inserted a reference on my computer. of the turnaround so that I know, okay, the skirt stops at the knee. That complicates things. I wanted the skirt to kind of flip out like that, like cover the feet so I don't have to draw them. But that's okay. I will suffer for the sake of beauty, and I will draw the feet, which I've actually been practicing, so it won't be too bad. I'm just gonna draw the skirt like that. I don't have the background on. I guess that works. Because she's supposed to be sitting on a stump, right? So I don't want it to be too. You know what? Maybe I'll. Hold on. I have an idea. What if it was like. Sort of. Over like that. That was a weird sound. I don't know what's happening outside, but it's creepy. Um. I know the feet don't quite look right. But it's okay. That's a later me task. This one's smaller for some reason. And it's closer, so it's supposed to be bigger. There we go. I think that's good. I kind of have soulless eyes right now, but let me just add a bit of mouth. Maybe I won't add mouth. I don't know. Sort of. That's creepy. Um. Okay, this isn't working. I'm just gonna add like a line, just to indicate that there's supposed to be something there. I feel like. Hold on. This is messed up. The face is messed up. It's just not quite right. Just trying to turn it too much. I'm gonna mess things up. Oh god. Why do I look like a frog for some reason? Like a cartoon frog. Hold on. Let me erase. God, it's so hard to work when it's this pixelated. Just to indicate that there's something there. Obviously the detailed, like, full-on line art and everything will. Maybe I won't line art. Maybe I'll just paint on top. I don't know. We'll see. But it'll be much different to this. How long have I been streaming for now? An hour 30. I'm almost out of water, so it looks like I'll be leaving soon. So, I know this stream was kind of confusing. I was mostly doing this just to show, sort of what I'm up to. Let me turn all this on. Nope, not that. There we go. I'm gonna save it like that, just so I can have it ready. The point of this stream was mostly to get a YouTube video out of it. And why not stream as well, just to see if I can get viewers. Alright, So the point of this stream was sort of just to show what I've been up to, but let me just open all the things I had before. So this was sort of just to show my process and sort of, you know, where to start, because I started this here and I didn't really know, how do other YouTubers do it? How do they make their YouTube starting pages? Like they're starting soon for their streams and stuff. And there's like other YouTubers do sort of tutorials on it, but I just thought it'd be interesting to show like the full process of starting with the thumbnailing and the character design. Um, like with the turnaround sheet. If I open that, if I can find it, there it is. Like with the turnaround sheet, you know, starting here, going to here, and how do you get from here to here, right? Also, just like to add that there's a tiny little bracelet on my hand, and it's very cute. So that's sort of like just my process and where to start, where to begin. That's the two of the same words, different words, same meaning. Where to start and how to get to this this and sort of like just how I do it. How I did it was I looked at other YouTubers, like for instance HanaQ, for inspiration on caricatures, Lavender Town as well, like VTubers, Rin Spirit Art, for the sort of the starting soon page. She does it very differently, but it's still inspired by her, I'd say, because I sort of just looked at other artists and just YouTubers in general, because I also watch gaming channels and stuff, and I am also a gaming channel, um, which is why here you may see, maybe not. I was thinking of doing a instead of it saying drawing stream, we should be jumping there. It would be Minecraft stream, and then it would be me holding the Minecraft pickaxe. So I'm gonna have different variations depending on what I'm doing, because I'm not just an artist, I'm also a gamer, and I do the art of the game, the game of the art and the art of the game, the art of the draw, all of that stuff. And I just wanted to show what I did and maybe give anybody watching some inspiration on how to do it themselves. Because a lot of people don't know where to start, like myself. So this is where I ended up. I don't know why my door was just open and closed a million times. This is where I'm going to be. This is what I'm going to be working on. Excuse the sounds. This is what I'm going to be working on for the next little while. Alright, I'm gonna end stream now. This is sort of what I'll be working on. Perhaps for the next video, I might do like a speed paint I keep getting interrupted, but it's time for me to go because dinner is almost ready. Uh, I might do some sort of speed paint with voiceover. I might do more streams. Look out for that. Make sure to like and subscribe. Feels so weird saying that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching. To whoever is watching, there will be an edited version of this, and if you're watching the edited version, the YouTube video, you can go watch the VOD if you want more content from me. Please do subscribe to see more. Like if you liked, dislike if you disliked. Although I don't know why you would dislike it because I am a great artist and this appeals to every single person on earth. No, it doesn't. That was a complete lie. I'll see you around once I get my sketches done. There will be a much more fancy streaming thing. There will be thumbnails made for videos because I haven't been doing thumbnails and they don't look very nice. So that will be what I'll be working on. Very slowly chipping away at becoming a true YouTuber, a true YouTube star, an influencer, if you will. Yeah, subscribe for art, gaming, chatting with friends, being a nerd, possibly D&D question mark in the future. I already did a stream on drawing D&D characters, or like the D&D goddess, a D&D goddess for my world. There may be more stuff like that. There may be 3D things. There may be animation. You never know what you're gonna get with me. I am a mess. So subscribe for seeing me be a mess. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.